The U.S. plans to provide Ukraine with funds from the Russian oligarchs. Recently, Democrat leader Chuck Schumer said that to raise the $33 billion requested by the president, every possibility must be activated, and a draft law has already been introduced to that effect. Ukraine needs any aid that it may receive, and at the same time, we also need all the assets that can be raised to provide Ukraine with the kind of assistance that it needs, Schumer said. The day before, Joe Biden asked Congress to approve $33 billion in aid to Kyiv, which would mark a dramatic increase in U.S. funding for Ukraine more than 2 months after it was seized by Russia. His administration also asked lawmakers to include provisions to help it seize more assets, liquidate them, and send Ukraine money. Schumer said the newly added provisions would make it easier to seize assets belonging to oligarchs in the United States while allowing expedited federal court proceedings, as the White House requires. He said they would also make it a criminal offense to knowingly possess proceeds from corrupt deals with the Russian government. It's time for the sanctioned Russian oligarchs to face the consequences of their ill-gotten wealth, Schumer said. Biden is almost out of allotments and has asked Congress for $33 billion for new military, economic and humanitarian support, in the latest of several packages for Ukraine. The cost of this fight is not cheap, the president acknowledged. The new aid is about half of Russia's entire defense budget and more than half of the U.S. State Department's annual budget, experts say. Over the next 5 months, U.S. aid to Ukraine will average more than $200 million a day. The investment, according to Biden, was a small price to pay to reduce the risk of future conflicts with Russia. The U.S. became more actively involved for several reasons. Diplomacy between Ukraine and Russia stalled in the face of revelations of atrocities committed by Russian troops, particularly the execution of civilians in Bucha. Anyway, Moscow's early participation in the peace talks never seemed reliable. Mr. Putin is too greedy. The U.S. is also stunned by the staggering lack of effectiveness of the Russian military, which is the largest in Europe. The growing U.S. commitment also reflects broader fears, long-standing among countries on or near Russia's border, that Putin's aggression won't stop in Ukraine.